Hi everyone, how are you? It's good to have you with me. Let's do this reading. I have already pulled some cards, and the first ones, the animal cards, as I always start off to get the theme of a reading with the animal cards, the mountain lion literally jumped out immediately. That doesn't happen for me all the time. As you know, I shuffle quite slowly, and generally I cut the pack and I lead into it and I go quite slowly. This card literally, before it even shuffled, jumped out of the pack. It also came with the West Shield. I think we've had this before. And the two cards on the bottom were the Thunder Beings and the Weasel. I think we've also had Weasel before, but I'm not too sure. I do a lot of readings, so I can't remember if it's in the previous videos. But I have got a feeling of spirit going on a rollover kind of thing from the last reading. And the reason for that is when I pulled from the True Emotional deck, I got the self-love card. And the last reading was a lot about self-love for empaths in particular. And I've kind of been sat with those feelings as well for the last few days still. But this is something more. For this to come with the mountain lion, it's not just about self-love, it's about actually loving yourself enough to lead yourself regardless of what anybody else is saying or anybody else is doing, and to follow your own inner compass, your own inner knowing and inner path. I like this card. She's looking in the mirror. She's kind of playing with her hair. She's smiling at herself. And I really like that. I actually think mirror work is very, very good. So to look in the mirror and to give yourself a big old smile, I think is a really good thing to do. But I really like this card. And I also really like the mountain lion. So a little bit about mountain lions. Mountain lions are solitary creatures, aside from at mating time when they get together in order to breed. But they don't fuss around too much. They get on with it, and as soon as those cubs are able to take care of themselves, they go back into their solitary way of life again. And so the whole leadership side of a mountain lion and the spirit of the mountain lion is about leading yourself, not based on needing support or anything from anyone else. Mountain lion medicine isn't the need for recognition from anybody else. It isn't the need for approval. It knows the way, and so do you. So to have this come out, to have this literally jump out, this card, it's in relation to something specific. So I'd like to tap into, I know it's in relation to self-love, but I'd like to tap in to exactly why it's coming out and why Weasel is on the bottom of the pack, because this is the intelligence. Remember, this is the mastermind of the animal kingdom. This is Weasel. Nothing gets past Weasel. This is high intelligence. This is a chess player instead of a, I don't know, snap card player. It's hugely intelligent, hugely. I think the phrase is that this could pickpocket God's pockets and God wouldn't even know about it. That's the level of intelligence. I don't think that's really right, but you get the meaning. The meaning is these people are clever. If you hold Weasel medicine, you're always going to get out of a fix. You're always going to outthink something, and you're really, really smart. So we've got the Weasel with usable energy with the Thunder Beings. I think we've had this again. I don't know. I'll have to go back and just check on that video and just see what was there. But I'm having this feeling of repeating energy. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to go with that. And itchy nose, which means that I'm on the right track and I'm actually tuning into spirit, because I get an itchy nose. So if I do this or a sniff, that's because I have that little bit of itchiness. So I am going to divert from my usual pattern, and I'm going to go with these Dark Moon cards. These are so beautiful. And I'm just going to read you what's on the bottom of the box. When you are ready for the truth, ask the Dark Moon. Honor the beauty of letting go. The seeds of new beginnings are waiting. And I'm feeling that energy, because it's like the mountain lion. You know, they kind of, before they pounce, they kind of tense up, don't they? They almost like gather their energy. So, Spirit, what would you like us to know? Adventure. Covering it up, aren't I, with my finger? There you go. Adventure. What a beautiful card. That shows a figure. Let me pull it closer. With a bow and arrow. Bow and arrows in the Native American philosophies were all about truth and about straight aims, about focus, which would definitely go along with the introspection and goals. So this adventurous spirit that is coming out in the cards, let me have a little look and just see, because I don't know these ones by heart. I haven't had them very long, but let's just have a little look at what it says in the adventure and just see what we can pick up. If you're not getting what you want, now is not the time to dig your heels in. Refusing to move will only make you suffer. Try to reframe your current situation. What if it is the start of a whole new adventure? If you knew that, would you behave differently? The more you can see life as an adventure now, the better. This card suggests that your power will be reborn when you dare to be more adventurous. Okay. So this feels like the reading is starting to focus on specific people who are at a new beginning. And I'm getting the feeling that it's a beginning that you have never experienced before. You've had endings, you've had changes, but you've never been in this space, almost like in a new country that you've never been to before. And there's a feeling of not knowing where to go or not knowing how to go forward. You're at the beginning of an adventure. So, let's find out a little bit more. I'm not going to do that for a minute, because what caught my eye was this card on the bottom of the deck, which is about rejected. So I'm wondering if my collective that I'm speaking to at the moment, these specific people that this reading is for, have actually come to a standstill in life where whatever it is that they've been doing isn't working anymore. Or it could even be people rejecting them. It could be society rejecting them. Whatever it is, it's a full stop with that hand. So I'm going to pull another one on the emotional deck and just see what that rejected is about. Because Spirit, through these cards, is saying that this is an opportunity. Try and view this as an adventure. And the Mountain Lion is backing that up. Go your own way, the Fleetwood Mac song. I don't know where that came from. But you can go your own way. You don't have to wait for somebody else's permission. So let's just see, is there anything else from this pack, Spirit, that will add to our theme and our journey with the cards? This is exciting. This is exciting. This card jumped out. As you know, with me, I like to cut the packs, but tonight they've been jumping out. So, and this one just jumped out. Did you see what it said? Enthusiastic focus on oneself. Nurture your inner being. Radiate with excitement. She's on a bike. She's on, it looks like a big freeway under the sun. And she's on her way. She, he, it's a she, a female, yeah, definitely feminine, but it doesn't matter. This can be for masculine, female. There isn't, I don't like using these terms because in the world of spirit, we are just souls, beautiful souls inhabiting bodies, and we choose how we want to manifest that. So I don't like to kind of ruffle anybody's feathers, but at the same time, I like to go along with what Spirit's about, which is that we are human beings, beautiful human beings, and we have our own rights within that to be however we choose to be. And that's this energy. That's this energy of Mountain Lion. You know, it's this. It doesn't matter the ins and outs and the opinions and the projections and the attitudes of other people. And there's something about this that's really strong at this moment. So I'm going to just share with you some of the things that I wrote down previous to this reading, because I feel as if we really are on track with this. There's no two ways about it. Spirit is carrying on from the last reading and continuing to emphasize this self-care and self-love aspect. So I'm just going to reach over and get my iPad. So this is what I wrote previous to the session. I'm pulling these cards. Purity of intent, weather the storm, align with highest aspirations, allow the disruption stroke dissolution. I couldn't decide if I was hearing disruption, not destruction, disruption, or the word dissolution. I couldn't get that clearly, so I've written down both. Allow the disruption or dissolution of the old. Take down. I don't know what that means. Take down, but that's what I got. Reconfiguration. I don't know what that means either. Reconfigure. Doesn't that mean to reorganize? I don't know. Feel free to tell me, by the way. Then I got two really weird things. I got Purple Heart, Horse Whisperer, Back to Black, Formless Void. So those are what I got. I'm going to just put that on one side for a minute, and I'm going to carry on with some cards and see what else comes out. I'm going to put away the true emotional deck, and let's pull out the power of self-direction, because that's what we're doing, aren't we? We are on a journey. We're doing this, not in the physical, we're doing this on the spiritual level. That's the excitement I was picking up earlier. I stopped this video twice because I could not get my energy into that mellow state. I'm still a little bit like a childlike excitement. And it's come up in this card as well. Childlike excitement isn't mountain lion energy. Mountain lion energy is really focused, really strong, really forward-thinking, proactive. Knows what it is. What people with this medicine know who they are. They're great leaders. They lead other people. They're the people that have got their own style, their own way of doing things. But I'm picking up on this, the adventure. I'm picking up on this energy. So, Spirit, why am I picking up on this particular energy of excitement? What's going on for this? Because it really is strong. Wow. So I've pulled focus, catalyst, embrace the challenges that propel you forward. You guys are really, really at a starting point. You are coiled to spring into action. I can tell. The card on the bottom of the pack is Clarity as You Wish. Stay present, truth emerges. So I'm feeling like you know what you want. You know who you are. That's why we've got the mountain lion. You know self-love is the key. You know that this is a point where it's time for you to focus on your ideals, your aspirations, and your goals. You're doing this, or you have done this, the introspection. You've been thinking about this for quite a long time. It's a very fast energy reading, which is unusual. Perhaps that's why I'm feeling a little bit excitement. So we're going to stay present. The truth's coming out. There's more. I'm going to keep going. Faith, hope, firm choice, peaceful waiting, divine guidance. I love that energy. That looks like a cross within a heart at a cave entrance. There's that feeling of waiting just on the precipice, just before leaving that cave and taking flight, or going out into a whole new world. And this divine guidance is the clarity that we're seeking in this reading. I'm just going to carry on with these because they're just forming a lineup. Share the joy and the gratitude, and remember the smile. Watch as blessings flow into your life. This is good times. This is real good times on the way. This feels like a very prophetic reading. I don't usually do those. My readings are all about self-love. They're all about the self-awareness, self-development. I'm very focused on that. But there's a childlike innocence to this reading. And there's also a slightly directive, which is a little bit uncomfortable for me, but you know what? That mountain lion, I'm going forward. I'm going to keep going with it and see where we go. But it does feel like a different reading for me. I don't usually read like this, but I'm going to keep going. So this is what's coming. Companionship, gathering with your own tribe, gathering with people that mirror back to you the things that you really esteem about yourself, that reflect your self-love, that reflect the hard work you've done, that reflect the inner work that you have done for so long. So I'm speaking to a set of souls, souls, who have done a hell of a lot of self-development work, really have pushed through a lot of shadow work and self-improvement and self-awareness, possibly even through therapy, counselling. They really have done a lot of work, and you're ready. You know you're ready to lead yourself. And keeping going. Explore self, connect with your body, embrace your sensual allure, awaken your primal desires. It's getting a little bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Maybe there is passion, and that's coming because of this self-awareness of what you need and what you desire, which would go along with this too, the introspection and goals. And there's nothing at all wrong with wanting that passion and that love and that new beginnings in relationships. Nothing wrong with it. It is your God-given right to be completely fulfilled and happy in your relationships. But it does start with connecting with yourself, exploring yourself, and connecting with your sensual allure. A little bit embarrassed. Awaken your primal desires. Okay, well, the mountain lion's pretty forceful, but I'm keeping going. Are you okay with this? Release, make friends, heal, transform. That's got that whole party thing again, carnival. And it's interesting, but it's got carnival all night. It's very strangely worded, this card. Could be a misprint, I don't think so. But the energy is of that celebration and coming together again with people of a like mind. And that is exciting. So I could keep going. I'm not going to, but I'm going to do one more. Last one. Willpower, stay focused, resisting temptation and maintaining boundaries. Okay, now we're coming down to it. This confirms exactly what I was saying earlier. So guys, you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of, you've made a lot of progress in terms of breaking out of old patterns. And that last card was almost like just one little thing from Spirit saying, don't give up. Maintain your boundaries. You know what you're doing. That's Mountain Lion. You know who you are and what you're doing. You know where you're going. You're on the right path. You are absolutely on point. What other readers say, you're in the North Node. I don't really understand what the North Node is, but on point is probably, yeah, clarity of intent. Oh yes, I wrote that down, didn't I? Okay. Clarity of intent. And keep that clarity, because you are exactly where you should be, and you are owning this that was on the bottom of the pack, which is the awareness and the intelligence to know enough through all of your work, all of your pattern recognition, all of your experiences to know exactly what works and what doesn't. You know what you know. It's absolutely, you've claimed it as your truth. You no longer doubt. You no longer take on the thoughts and feelings and projections or even values of other people. You are exactly who you are. This is the whole energy of Mountain Lion. And I love this energy. Because Mountain Lion doesn't want people to follow them. It's not interested. Mountain Lion would come on and do YouTube videos and not care if anybody saw it. It's irrelevant. Mountain Lion's doing it because Mountain Lion is doing what Mountain Lion knows is the right thing for Mountain Lion. It's the journey. It's not the recognition from other people. It's not about fame or glory. They're just very magnetic people that just love what they do. And there's something so attractive about that. We are attracted to people who are completely individual. I'm just trying to think of, that I wrote down Back to Black. And I'm thinking of Amy Winehouse, who wrote Back to Black. And she was a complete original, wasn't she? She was so powerful in her songwriting, in her style of singing, and even though she had her challenges, and I'm not going to say anything else about those, because we all have those, don't we? We all have our path in life. But she was magnetic, and she completely went her way and did what she wanted to do. She knew who she was. She knew what she wanted. I'm not going to say anything else about her. I don't really like using examples, but she's a good example of somebody who will always be remembered for being completely original, unique. Okay, I'm pulling a tarot card now. And I don't have a question. I just want to see if Spirit has something else. Oh, and that jumped out again. Oh my goodness me. This is incredible reading. So I've pulled the Ace of Cups. This isn't on the bottom. On the bottom is the High Priestess. Under the High Priestess is the Knight of Swords. So, as you probably know, if you follow these kind of readings, if you've got any knowledge, I'm still learning the tarot. It's so vast. But the Ace of Cups is new beginnings, love, emotional clarity, spiritual awakening. This is where you are. This is where you are. Look at that cup overflowing. I'm so excited about this reading. What a beautiful reading. It's just, there's no heaviness. There's like a childlike expectation, but there's also a huge wisdom and knowing. And I know that because of the High Priestess underneath. Intuition, secrets, mystery, inner vision, inner wisdom. Followed by the Knight of Swords. Ambition, determination, action, decisiveness, assertiveness. Mountain Lion. Mountain Lion. That's it. I know Mountain Lion says, I don't care who follows me, I don't care who approves, I don't care whatever, I'm going forward. And that is that whole energy of the Knight of Swords. Oh, it definitely speaks of Mountain Lion to me. Okay, so these are powerful cards. With the High Priestess, that's the self-awareness. So yes, I'm correct. I'm speaking to a collective who have done a heck of a lot of work and are ready to go forward in this new adventure. I think this is going to be a short reading. I don't think I'm going to go on anymore because that Ace of Cups says that you are ready to take off in a new adventure and a new life. And I'm just going to have a look at those things that I said. Sorry about that, I should have it here. It is about allowing all of the old to be completely dissolved. Dissolution, dissolved. Is that the right way to say it? So this is confirmation to whoever it is that's listening to this reading that Spirit is absolutely on your side, almost high-fiving you, and is giving through these cards saying, lead yourself, go forward. Take it as an adventure. Don't see it, don't look back. Don't look at all the things that have gone down, been removed. What's a purple heart? What was the purple heart? Wasn't the purple heart for bravery? That's it. You brave souls. That's what the purple heart is that I got. You absolutely deserve this new adventure. You absolutely know who you are, know where you're going. This isn't telling you about your introspection or goals. You know what your goals are. And this is a green flag from Spirit saying, yep, be enthusiastic about it. And it doesn't matter what form that takes. It doesn't matter whether it's new love relationships, whether it's career, whether it's art or music or singing or performing or, I don't know, cookery programs. Could be anything. It doesn't matter. It's not about getting on a bike or getting in a car and going somewhere specifically. It could be going traveling. It could be. That's an adventure, absolutely. But it's an adventure. It can be an adventure in any undertaking. It is you doing what you love, and you have come to that through hard work and inner reflection. I'm so incredibly proud of you. I feel quite just pride that this collective of souls has done so much work and been so brave and got enough self-awareness to just go, do you know what? Whatever's gone before is nothing to do with me anymore. I'm going where I need to go, and I'm leading myself, and that's what that mountain lion is. So shall we have one last card? Because I don't think that it gets any better than that Spirit's saying. What shall we pull? Okay, I'm drawn to this deck, which is Work Your Light. Let's see what they say. Final word, Spirit. Watch Spirit give us something that's going to go on. I'm trying to keep this reading a little bit shorter than the last one. It's not fair for you to have to sit there for 50 minutes. I quite like sitting for 50 minutes watching a tarot reader, and there are some really good tarot readers that read for a long time, so I own that. That's absolutely fine, but I thought this one, I'd try and make it a little bit shorter. Okay, any final words, Spirit? card's just jumping out as well, that mountain lion. It literally pounced out. Final word, Spirit. No. Am I going to have to cut the pack? No, I'm not going to have to cut the pack. Okay. I'm going to take it, but it needs another one. You did it. You did it, Spirit. You just did it. You've added a little bit of a focus. I won't keep you long waiting to know what that card was. Okay. You are the Oracle, by the way. The card on the bottom of the deck is Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. But before that, the card that I originally pulled is Align Your Life. What is not aligned or needs to change? And it seemed more serious. We were on a high, weren't we? It is what it is. But this is like a fragmented face. Can you see? I know what this is saying. Oh, Spirit. Spirit is saying very, very clearly that you are not one personification. You have got lots of facets to your character. And it's talking about pulling them all in. We are not just a mother, a father, a wife, a girlfriend, a teacher, a worker. We are not just a character, one character. We have multidimensional aspects within our psyche. Some of them you've heard: the inner child, the inner parent, the inner goddess, the inner warrior. And Spirit is talking about literally pulling these in, all of the reflections, like a diamond, all of the facets to your personality, pulling them all in to take them with you. Don't just put yourself in one, what's the word? Don't pigeonhole your potential to just one thing, because you are so incredibly multifaceted. And for these souls that I'm speaking to in this reading, I'm speaking to you all, but for those that really feel aligned with this reading, this is actually saying, Spirit is almost, because this, remember, we asked for anything else that Spirit wanted us to know. And this is saying that you have got more to you than you even know at the moment. This is the beginning of an adventure and discovery. You've done so much work, you've done the inner work. What's coming now is discovery of parts of yourself that you never even knew. Other facets to that diamond that you had no idea. Just waiting for you on this new adventure. You are going to discover who you are on a whole new level when you lead yourself forward. Go for it, guys. Go for it. This is the green flag. And like Spirit says on the card on the bottom of the pack, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Step forward and dance with it. Dance with it. This is exciting. This is an adventure. This is your divine right to have joy and to experience life in all of its wonder. We are not just here to survive. We have to step out of that survival and we have to nurture our God-given right to joy, love, happiness, and to align with other people that hold those same values, to step out of the victimhood, to step out of the darkness, step out of the struggle. You know this, you've done the work, you know this. But I still think that that was the final word from Spirit, was saying that as much as you know, and you know a lot, you know a great deal, underneath we have hummingbird underneath, this is love and joy. So Spirit is backing up what I'm saying. You have no idea how good it can get. And on that note, I'm going to end this reading. Thank you for being with me. I really enjoyed this reading, and I hope you did too. And I hope that for those with who this resonates, that it's that lovely, you know, at the beginning of the race, it's that green flag that goes, go. Because, yeah, go. You deserve it. Well done.